just overlook me. Yeah, if things don't pan out, keep it cooking. You're not a fan, but you keep on looking. Look, don't be concerned with what people saying. Be concerned when they don't care to say it. Funny how people will act like they know you, but they don't even got a clue what they're saying.
Yeehaw, soldiers! It's your boy, the Anime Sage, coming at you with another video. And this is What If Hashirama Kept the Bijuu Part 1. Well, you all voted for the series to become a reality in the poll I did, so here we are. Now, I'm aware that none of the people who have done the series have necessarily finished it, but I plan on being the first. Famous last words. Anyways, it is that time of the week. You guys get to select what ifs I do for the week. Just go to community posts I linked in the description, read the rules, and fill in the slots. Also, watch my community tab like a hawk, as not only do you get to select what ifs I do for the week, but also get vid updates, polls, and other fun stuff in between. So again, watch my community tab like a hawk. Alright, time for some quick social media plugs. Twitter is at AnimeSage4. Twitter is a great place for you guys to interact with me as I do tweet a lot, and acts another way for you guys to get notified of my videos. So follow me on Twitter. Instagram is anime_sage4. Instagram is a great place for you guys to interact with me as I do post there pretty frequently. So follow me on Instagram. Finally, join my Discord server. If you join my Discord server, you get access to supplementary content, notifications when I live stream ahead of time, and of course, you guys get to suggest to me ideas directly. It is also a great way for you guys to interact with me, so join my Discord server. The link to it will be in the description. Since this is a new series, there will be no usual checklist. So with all that out of the way, let's get right into the story. Alright, so I guess the first question to this would be, how would Hashirama keep the Bijuu? Simply, he's Hashirama and can use all the tailed beasts to destroy the villages. He is Hashirama, he is a god. Alright, let me stop myself real quick from that joke. So Hashirama would have a bit of a different mindset about how to achieve everlasting peace. He would believe that the tailed beasts are better off in the leaf because the other villages could use the tailed beasts to cause some chaos, attack Konoha, maybe they won't treat her Jinchuriki correctly. Like, we can't forget, Hashirama's wife was not only Uzumaki, but he also married a 9-tailed Jinchuriki. Let's also say Tamura also gets into his ear a little bit and kind of helps contribute to that mindset. So Hashirama is like, nope, we are not distributing these tailed beasts, as he realizes that maybe giving essentially nuclear weapons to other people who might attack them in the future might not be the best solution. There is also the concern of whether or not these people can subdue/control tailed beasts, so Hashirama feels like this is the right move. Again, why would you try to create everlasting peace by giving other villages weapons, things that can cause literally the opposite of peace? And yes, tailed beasts are essentially weapons, and there are villages that treat their Jinchuriki like they're weapons. I know Hashirama had the right intentions in the original story, but he was still kind of an idiot. Anyways, this will cause some displeasure amongst the villages that Hashirama has all those Bijuu. So over the next, couple decades, you know how Kushina was nearly kidnapped and that was how she fell in love with Minato? Well, the kidnapping attempts are going to be turned up to 11 in this one. This is because the villages are well aware of how powerful those tailed beasts can be, and they really want a slice of that pie. This will still cause the other ninja wars because Hiruzen is a little war hungry, and they take any attempts to steal Jinchuriki as an excuse for war. And the villages who go against Konoha are destroyed. Every time. This will cause strained relationships between Konoha and other villages, though the Sand and other villages would still be their allies because they want to live, not get destroyed by those Jinchuriki. So Konoha is definitely a much bigger powerhouse than the original canon. So in terms of who the tailed beasts go to, they go to more prominent clans of land, except the Sarutobi clan because government stuff, as in Hiruzen did not think it would be a good look to give a tailed beast to the clan of the Hokage. Might cause some suspicions of favoritism, so Konohamaru will not be getting a tailed beast. Rock Lee will also not be getting a tailed beast in this one, as I don't think that they would give a tailed beast to a guy who can't use either ninjutsu or genjutsu, only taijutsu. So he is definitely out of the equation. So my decision is to give the tailed beast to the rookie 9. You know, because there are 9 of them. Now, how does this all happen? Well, the previous Jinchurikis are getting old, kind of like Minato Uzumaki was in the original story, when she passed her tailed beast down to Kushina. This is further exacerbated by the 9-tails attack, as Minato would still become the Hokage in this what if. However, Obito would not be the one who committed the attack. Whoever he actually was, I'll say that for a big reveal, so I'm going to leave you guys in the dark with that. But I'll give you a hint, the name starts with a T. You see, since some of the other villages have a tailed beast, you would not have a reason to snap like you did when Rin died in original canon. He might not even be crushed by the rock like in canon, as the war is a lot easier to deal with, so he remains unscathed. By the way, since the free-tailed beast is in Konoha, guess who also survives? Rin, as she is never going to be turned into a Jinchuriki, because she can't when Konoha owns all the weapons. Everybody clap now, boys. Actually, don't yet, because wait, there's more. Over the next couple of years, Rin and Obito start forming a bond with each other, and by that, I mean they actually start dating. Rin will get over Kakashi as she finally responds to Obito's feelings as they grow older, and Obito becomes less of an awkward teen. Due to all this, Rin and Obito will eventually marry and have a kid, and the name of it is, well, I will let you guys decide that, but it is a boy. However, that will not be the only kid they take in, and that wasn't the only reason why Rin and Obito ended up together. You see, after Ninetales' attack, Hiruzen will realize that the time to start changing Jinchurikis is now, as with the loss of Kushina and the other Jinchurikis not really being a match and are starting to get old and they got badly injured, they need to start to transfer of Jinchurikis right away. So they give the tail beast to the following kids with their expert seal masters. They have more expert seal masters and put emphasis on them because they have all these Jinchuriki. Vetter Jiraiya could also, do the entire sealing process, but he is busy with his spy network. So the Jinchuriki will be given to those in prominent clans once again, plus one person they find worthy. So one tails goes to Baby Shikamaru. Shikamaru will be able to have Magnum Release in this What If, which means he'll be able to possess not only, he'll be able to use the Shadow Possession Jutsu, but also be able to use Magnum Release to crush them inside a sand coffin. This gives Shikamaru a boost in his long-range attacks and makes him a much better defensive threat. Would he carry Goro on his back like Gar did in original canon? Not likely, but probably something similar. Plus, the One Tails has been in Nara family for quite a bit of time in this What If, and now have something very significant behind the sand, just like Gar did with the sand and his mother. I also did for a very funny reason, as Jikaku is kind of stupid, while Shikamaru is Shikamaru. These two are definitely going to clash a lot. The next is the Two Tails or the Matatabi, and that will go to Kiba Inuzuka. I think you see the irony here, and a lot of these will be irony picks, though there are some other significant scenes that are very significant here. I think Kiba and the Matatabi could eventually get along here, though at first I think he will absolutely hate being a Jinchuriki. He will gain a nice proficiency in fire release because, well, Matatabi. I can see them forming a relationship later on, as Kiba has an understanding and a connection with Beast. Heck, he got together with a cat girl at the end. Well, not necessarily married, but it's a girlfriend. But there will eventually be a connection at the end. Isabu will go to Choji. Turtles are slow and big, and Choji is, you get it. Choji will get a nice proficiency in water because of the Isabu, and I think he will definitely be kinder to his tailed beast because it's Choji. The four-tailed beast, or Son Goku, goes to Ino Yamanaka. This is because Ino has a fiery temper and Son Goku has fire release, so it can definitely work. However, Ino will definitely be a lot more powerful compared to her original canon counterpart because she has lava release Kaigenkai. This will be something that I think she can master it pretty well, and to add on top of her mind technique, she is going to be really powerful. So will Hinata, as she'll get Kokuo or the Five Tails. Hinata and Kokuo kind of match here, as Kokuo is kind of more peaceful and not as well Hinata. Add on to the fact she has blow release and the potential she can add on top of it with her gentle fist abilities, it's pretty insane. The Six Tails or Saiken will go to Shino. Shino will be able to have a nice affinity for water release because Saiken, and I'm also given the soap bubble ninjutsu Utakata use, which I think will make Shino extremely dangerous, as he can make those bubbles become essentially insect bombs and drain other ninja very effectively. Now for the other two main characters. Sakura Haruno will get the Seven Tails or the Chome. Lucky number 7, as in you're lucky I am nice enough to try to make you into a better character. Sakura will essentially be able to use wings and other stuff like that, insect-based abilities from the Chome. I will also give Sakura a wind affinity from the Chome because the thing flies and it makes a lot of sense. Looking into some quick research into what natures this thing has, I couldn't find them, so I went with wind because it makes sense and Sakura needs some help. Now you might question, was Sakura be able to get the tailed beast, and I would say yes, as when Hiruzen was looking for a successor and he saw Sakura, he said she has a lot of potential when she grows up, and the Jinchuriki approves, so Sakura has a tailed beast. Plus, they aren't going to give it to someone like Neji because he is at that point a branch family member and Tenten is Tenten. So Sakura it is. Again, I'm nice. Anyway, Sasuke with the 8 Tails or Gyuki, and that should complete everything. That is also definitely a decent way to make it up for the Uchiha clan. They weren't allowed to fight the Nine Tails, so yeah, they were kind of mad about that, and also they're being blamed for the attack, so yeah, not fun. Anyways, Sasuke definitely gets a good tail beast here, as he and a tail beast would probably get along, especially concerning the A-Tail's intelligence. This is also definitely some nice competition to Naruto, and when he combined the Sharingan with the A-Tails, Sasuke is definitely going to be OP. I will also give him access to the water chakra nature because Gyuki, and you can guess I gave this to him because he's part squid. I could also give Sasuke Earth, but I think it's perfect right now. In this what if, I will give Naruto the wind and fire affinities because Kurama, so that's a plus. Now, you might have wondered by what I meant by another kid for Obito and Rin. Well, this happens years before Obito and Rin finally married, date, and they would have been like 14 at the time, so essentially after Ninetales' attack. Obito, Kakashi, and Rin are called into Hiruzen's office. All three of them are still kind of grieving over the loss of their sensei and Kushina. Hiruzen will have a baby in his office, and all three of them are kind of confused. Hiruzen will say, "I know all three of you have been grieving over the deaths of Minato and Kushina. It has been such a huge loss for all of us. However, I do have a proposition for all of you." The three of them are still confused. Hiruzen then says, "The baby that you see over there is the son of Minato and Kushina." This causes all three of them to widen their eyes in shock. Rin goes up to little Naruto and he coos, and Obito goes up to him and plays with him a little bit. Kakashi is just happy to see the son of his sensei, the one he kept watch over for all those months, is alive and well. Hiruzen then says, "My proposition for all of you is that one of you takes care of that baby boy. I know all three of you are a little young, but you are also the ones who have connections to Minato, and you all have shown great improvement over the years, especially you, Obito." Obito gives himself a grin. Hiruzen will then tell them all that Naruto is the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki, as he was sealed by his own father. And while all of them are shocked, it's not really going to be a factor as to whether or not they like the kid. Hiruzen will also say that they can't tell anybody about him having the Nine-Tails, because the Nine-Tails attack kinda hurt relationships between villagers and Jinchuriki. And it wouldn't be a good thing if people knew that Naruto was the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki for obvious reasons. Kakashi then asks what will happen if none of them accept the proposition. Hiruzen then says, "Then the baby will be put in the orphanage." The word orphanage makes Obito volunteer to take baby Naruto in right away. Kakashi and Rin are shocked that Obito would volunteer like that. Even Hiruzen is shocked he volunteered. Kakashi and Rin ask if Obito is sure he's up for this, as taking care of a child can prove to be very difficult, and prove to be a huge responsibility. Obito then says, "I know that I may not always be the most responsible, especially in the past, which is why I need to take care of this kid. I know what it's like to not have any parents, and I don't want to see his child go through that. I'll bet my dream of becoming a Hokage on the line if I can't take care of this kid." Rin and Kakashi are in awe of Obito in this moment. They knew he improved over the years, but wow, he really has grown up. Obito then says, "Plus, if I let him in Kakashi's custody, he would probably become as long-faced as him. Kakashi will take offense to that, and Rin will have to break them up." Hiruzen then says, "Obito, are you sure you want to do this?" Obito nods his head and says, "Absolutely." Hiruzen then gives him the papers, and Obito is officially Naruto's guardian, or dad, I guess. Rin will ask if there is anything she can do to help Obito. She will be there, and Obito will accept that for obvious reasons. The first couple years with Naruto are horrible for Obito because toddlers aren't necessarily great. Rin will help Obito at times, but even she has issues with baby Naruto. However, this kind of unites Obito and Rin together, as one night together results in a kiss, and the relationship continues to go up from there. So yes, baby Naruto helped get these two together. Naruto will know the love of two parents by the time he reaches 4 and up, so that is a plus as well. While Naruto will be known as Naruto Uchiha, Obito doesn't really associate himself with the Uchiha clan, as he was an orphan and seen as an outcast. Kakashi will also feel a bit left out in the game of love after seeing Obito and Rin are dating, so he will start dating Anko Mitarashi. They will eventually marry as well 1 year after Obito, and will have a girl named Kiyomi. And I went with that name because I love Death Note. But again, Obito and Rin's child / Naruto's little brother is up for naming rights, so comment some names. Now, Naruto will get some glares from people. In fact, so does the rest of Rookie 9. You see, a man named Danzo decided to leak all the names of Jinchuriki, as Hiruzen wanted to wait a couple years until people calmed down from the Nine-Tails attack, maybe allow themselves to slowly warm up to Jinchuriki again. Unfortunately, Danzo can't let that happen, so he decides to ruin the lives of 9 4-year-olds just so he can undermine Hiruzen. Danzo, the greatest person of all time. Anyways, this will, however, will cause some unity between the Rookie 9, as they all have one thing in common, as every one of them is suffering because of what they have inside of them. They were told this before they went to the academy because, let's just say, their parents were none too pleased about seeing their kids get glares for no reason and feeling childhood trauma, so Hiruzen decides to allow them to tell about their Jinchuriki status when they enter the academy. And for Naruto, he can be told about his status about his parents, but he must be very quiet about it. Obito and Rin will tell him all this, and Naruto will go through the emotions of being a monster at first until Obito and Rin, they correct him on what he actually is, so he calms down. He's a jailer, not a monster. To the Minato and Kushina revelation, Naruto is definitely honored that he is the son of the 4th Hokage, and his mother was also great as well. But Naruto will also say no matter what, Obito and Rin, they're always going to be his mom and dad. Obito and Rin will cry and hug their child in a very tearful moment. Now, Naruto over the years will be strong compared to his original canon counterpart, as he will have the Shadow Clones earlier for obvious reasons due to his struggles with the Clone Jutsu because Nine Tails, and will also get the Air Bullet and Gale Palm Jutsus. This is made easier as Obito is a powerful Jonin in this What If, a guy who has mastered 3 nature transformations in lightning, fire, and wind. Rin, I will get to later, but let's just say she's very proficient in Earth style Jutsu and a very, very great medical specialist. The Rookie 9 will all support each other and will actually all do really well together. The camaraderie between them is pretty great, and they're even able to help Sasuke when the Uchiha Massacre happens. Yes, it still happens. Sasuke at first will want to be alone when it all goes down, but his Jinchuriki friends help him get over it, and he realizes and remembers he still has people around him who care about him, and they all go through the same struggles as well. So we got an improved Sasuke personality-wise in this What If as well. Sakura will be given the Air Bullet Jutsu of her own because of the Seven Tails, so she at least has more tools than she did in the original canon. So she has definitely improved here, and she's a bit more of a competent Kunoichi. Hinata and Ino will have decent proficiency in their Kekkei Genkai. They aren't necessarily experts in it, and they definitely shouldn't be as they are young, but they have promise. Hinata also has improved relationship with Neji in this What If. Why? Because the Cloud never attempted to kidnap Hinata because they've already been destroyed in the last 2 Great Ninja Wars. You think they want another war? They can't handle it, so she has improved relationship with Neji in this What If, which allows her to improve on the Gentle Fist. And yes, that means Hizashi's alive, so again, Neji is a better person. Kiba, Shikamaru, Choji, and Shino have also experienced some improvement as well, as they each have their own elemental bullet jutsus, and Shikamaru specifically has a nice proficiency in magnet release. Sasuke himself will still have the fireball jutsu, but will also have the Phoenix Fire jutsu by the time he reaches graduation. Now, I'm going to stop here and leave it up with a question. The first one is, of course, who will Obito and Rin's child be named, and the second one should be, who should Naruto pair with? And no, it will not be with Hinata. The reason being that the Hyuga clan would try to make sure their heiress Jinchuriki is well taken care of and is not out of their sight. So I don't see the event that made Hinata initially fall in love with Naruto happening. In addition, Hinata fell in love with Naruto because of her own feelings that she was weak, but was inspired by Naruto's never-ending drive to give up despite being a social outcast and being perceived as a failure. Kinda can happen if Hinata doesn't have those self-confidence issues and also even has her cousin supporting her. So Naruhina will not work here. I have 4 options as I am trying to also collect the Infinity Shipping Stones for my Infinity Gauntlet. We have Naru Ino, Naru Tamari, Naru Ken, and Naru Tayuya. If you want either of those 4 to happen, vote on my community tab because there's going to be a poll after this video releases. We will start at the graduation exam and cover more parts of, the background in the next part. So, see you guys at part 2. Thank you all for watching part 1 of What If Hashirama Kept the Bijuu. This was a very long script for me to write, and I hope you all enjoy the very long video. If you want to see more of this or any other What If, go to my community post, just select What If site for next week. Also, watch my community tab like a hawk. And finally, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join my Discord server. Road to 7K is here, then 8K, then 9K, then 10K, and beyond. So let's reach our goals for the year. That is all I have to say. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and share the video. And before I officially head out, I will be unveiling a new intro for tomorrow as, well, the older intro is kind of out of date, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, this has been your boy, the Anime Sage, signing out. Peace. YEEHAW. Bye-bye. Peace.
We love to waste time.